Okay, is this thing on? So here's a video. It's a vlog or something, I think. I'm here at the warehouse today. It is, it's Monday. Been working on the Amy Systems review. There's a lot that goes into that. It's kind of an interesting chair, but there'll be a video about that soon, hopefully. But I'm tired. And I should probably pause this music. Oh, by the way, someone sent this, let's see, has a very specific name. It's a Google Nest, no, quiet. Shut up, never mind. It's that word, Nest Hub Max, I believe. It's got like a 10-inch screen and some speakers and stuff on it. So, thank you very much. I just looked at the box there on the floor. It's from Bill, or Billy, from the live chat. So, thank you for sending that. I'm going to be using it, I think, as a Home Assistant dashboard. But anyways, I'm just going to pick up the camera and we're going to do a vlog. I don't know what's going on the rest of tonight. Well, I'm going to get some food, then I'm going to sleep probably. But tomorrow, we've got to go to Home Depot or equivalent, look at some lumber stuff. I'll explain the reason tomorrow that I have to go there, but I'm just going to put the chest strap on. I'm going to stick the camera on it, and we're going to run around and do some stuff. Really scatterbrained at the moment, but yeah, so this Amy Systems chair, I've been working on today filming how the suspension on it works. It's not like any other power chair that exists, and that involved kind of taking apart some covers and mounting cameras and stuff like that. Got a box of parts here for that chair. There's a lot of different things we can do with this thing, so it's kind of a cool platform. Keep getting notifications. Oh, motion in the warehouse. Thank you, security cameras. Anyways, I say all that to say I'm too tired to plan out a video, so we're just going to do an old school vlog, because that's what I started originally doing on this channel, and I figure, you know, it's time for another one. Anyways, waiting for some files to transfer, then I'm going to get the heck out of here, and then I don't know what's next. So I'll see you when that happens. Oh, come on, seriously? I think it's the next day. I apparently just went to the grocery store. So I used the curbside pickup at Walmart for quite some time. And then they went ahead and decided in the state of Oregon to go completely bagless. And, well, most people are like, oh, well, what's the problem with that? So we're going to throw this away. What's the problem? Just, you know, get yourself some reusable bags or whatever. Well, the problem is, when you go to the curb to pick up your groceries, they bring them out in some crates and expect you, ooh, hot dogs are slippery. And anyways, they bring the stuff out in crates, and then they expect you to transload everything yourself into your own bags. Now, to me, sitting in the rain, trying to shove stuff into a bunch of bags seems dumb. And I don't know, I guess I decided that they were, I don't know, not discriminating is not the right word, but I called them up and I told them, I was like, hey, look, you know, you guys have some people with disabilities and this is kind of hardship on them/us. And they were like, oh, well, basically too bad. So I canceled my account and I don't go there anymore. So the problem with that is now, because I'm protesting Walmart, it's extremely difficult to get groceries without going inside of a grocery store. So anyways, that's where I was just now. And it's kind of head down, get in, get out. Anyways, grocery stores are annoying. I guess that's it. So now I'm going to go over to Lowe's, Home Depot, probably Home Depot. I need to get some lumber delivered to start on this wall that's going right here. I attempted to order it on their website, but I guess someone sued them. And now all the lumber sizes are super weird numbers that don't make any sense. I mean, they're fractions instead of decimals, so I could probably calculate, like, you know, what 1/4 inch and 3/8 and 1/2 inch plywood are. But I tried ordering some previously and I ended up with this weird super thin sheeting that was nothing close to what I wanted. So the plan is we're going to go there. I'm going to actually look at the stuff. I'm going to take a picture of the price tags and the item number with my phone. Then I can come back here and order it. Fortunately, it's raining a lot right now. So we're at least going to get this out of the way so that I know which products are what and the ones I want. Because, yeah, I don't know. Anyways. Oh, and we have a new water filtration system. I'm getting tired of schlepping water bottles around in here. I do have a well, but I don't really trust the water. Like, it tests okay, but it's orange and it stains everything. So, got a reverse osmosis countertop water filtration system. So we're going to get that set back up. There's still things being burned out here. Okay, anyways. I'm going to go get food. Am I getting food? I don't know. I'm going to put the camera down, and then we'll see where we pick it up next. Dude, I am not sure what is going on in this parking lot right now. There's... I don't normally park in the disabled spots in this lot because the access lanes are so big that people will typically park next to you. But there's 2 empty spots here. Seems to be okay. I was going to sit here and eat my food. I'm just... There's a lot of weirdness going on. People riding on the sides of trucks. Those guys are doing laps for some reason with people hanging off the side of the rig. I guess they're back inside of it now. Huh. Anyways, I'm gonna eat my food and we're gonna go inside and take some pictures of lumber. Because that's what you're supposed to do here, right? So I just remembered that my chair has cameras on it, so I don't need to necessarily bring in the GoPro. I've just been sitting here attempting to build up enough courage to go where there's a whole bunch of people. I'm not buying anything though. This is gonna be quick. I'm just gonna run through here. I'm gonna look at some lumber and then I'm gonna leave. So I think we should be good. I don't know. I'm not feeling my best as far as social skills right now, but we'll make this happen. It's got to get done. Maybe we should go to an actual lumber company. There are not many options here. This is all like siding and sheeting and tongue and groove. It's like T111. Yeah. I just want standard CDX plywood. For reference, 3/4 inch sanded plywood is $65 a sheet. 1/2 inch. Actually, wait, is that the... Oh, that's this. Actually, that's not too bad. $45 for this. Maybe that'll work. Now, if it was 2 years ago, this is what I would have bought right here. Apparently 1932. But for $70, this stuff is definitely pretty warped. Okay, I think I'm going to go to an actual lumber company. This is, well, I'm not sure what I expected at the, whatever you call this place, Orange. Okay, well, figured out 2 of their weird sizes. I know, like I said, I could just use a, what am I trying to say? Fractions. I could just use a calculator, but trying to figure out in my mind the difference between 1/2 and 3/8 and, you know, whatever else just doesn't work. So seeing it in person is a thing. So I think I've got a couple things in mind. Gonna check with another lumber company though, because it was not super cheap in there. But anyways, now it's time to eat my poison. And we'll see where we go from here. Welcome to the area known as the back of Goodwill. It's nice and peaceful back here. Some loading docks with trucks and things. Out front, there's a line for the donation area that goes all the way out to the street and around the parking lot a few times. For a bit of mental health, which sounds weird, we're gonna go inside this Goodwill. Can't remember what I've said earlier, but so breathing issues kind of, how do you say it? They put a damper on things and like how you feel and your overall mood and all that. But there's a bunch of crap I got to get done. So we're just kind of pushing through it today. And, yeah, the bus has been great and all, but like we're over 2 years in the thing now. And I really need to find a proper place to live. Step one for that is getting a new van. This thing, I know I keep saying it, but I've actually made a listing to sell this thing. So if you're in the Portland area and you want a questionable van that runs and drives but needs a bunch of front end work and some other stuff, I mean, if you're just gonna drive it a couple miles here and there, it's probably fine. Hit me up. I'm probably gonna throw this thing up for like $3,500. I wouldn't want to sell it for much more than that. It is functional as a wheelchair van, but I wouldn't road trip in it. And yeah, anyways, so why did I turn on the camera? Oh yeah, so going through Goodwill to me is sort of, I guess you could call it retail therapy. I don't know. Hunting for random little things and projects that I could use to work on other stuff. I don't know. I don't really need more stuff. Whatever. I like going in here, so I'm going to do it. Leave me alone. Well, didn't find anything in there. That's probably fine enough. There's a couple of air cleaners that look kind of cool, but they were missing the one part that makes them work. All right, I think it's time to open up our water filtration system. It's a reverse osmosis system with, what am I trying to say? UV sterilization. It's got a holding tank with a UV light in it. I guess that's not super common with these. I wasn't exactly sure how large it is, and the measurements for products on Amazon is not super accurate all the time. So we're going to open it up. I might be able to put it next to the dishwasher here, which this is all temporary until the rest of the kitchen gets built. This is normally my workbench, but I have been thinking about putting a shelf back with the rest of the kitchen stuff, so we might have to do that. But anyways, I'm going to open this and see how big it is. Yeah. And as per usual, there's a box inside this box. And ta-da, there it is. Yeah, it's fairly good size. I think it might be too deep to fit on this thing, though. Yeah, okay, that's not actually too bad. How is this sealed? So yeah, we've got a big old tank there in the back. There's some filters and stuff, and tanks, and indicator lights. By the way, this thing, I'll have to look it up. I think it was close to $300. There was a $100 off coupon on Amazon, so I think it was like $280 or something like that. But you can tell it's an actual reverse osmosis system because when the tank is empty, there's wastewater you have to dump out. So apparently it filters, does its thing, and then stores some of it inside. And then when the tank is empty, it discharges that wastewater back in there and you have to dump it out. So anyways, I'm gonna get this unpacked and see where we can set it up in here. Oh, I guess I could probably take this air conditioner back to the warehouse now. I think summertime's officially over. A little bit cluttered back here at the moment, but the plan was to have a little full down shelfy thing right here. I think that might actually make a really good spot for it. I don't know. We're in scatterbrained mode, so I'll just shuffle stuff around until something feels right. Okay, as with most things I'm doing in here, I'm just very much eyeballing this for the approximate size I think it needs to be. But to me, that looks pretty good. Doesn't block access to the garbage can or where I store other things under there. We've got plenty of room under here to put our 2x4 kicker or whatever to support it. And yeah, sweet. Oh, gonna sneeze. I just need to mount some of these. And these are oozing sap apparently. And I just got it on my jeans. Whatever. It's a lot of work. Okay, we have a shelf. It is cantilevered. Well, cantilevered's not the right word, but it's only supported on the inner edges there. So, not sure. I'm sure that water filter will be fine on here. I get the idea though, I should probably extend some bracing out here. And you may have noticed I cut this corner off because I learned something with the desk up front. And that's having corners where I'm turning around. I will always catch on them. So, anyways. You may have also noticed that this is permanently installed and it does not flip up. Which is fine. After being in here for 2 years or however long it's been, I've determined that not having that flip up shouldn't be an issue. But regardless, it's held in with, you know, deckers, so I can always pull them back out. But yeah, I think this will do nicely. I am now realizing though, well, I'm gonna have to move that switch, no big deal. These are little magnetic things, that's why I'm using them. A couple of these baskets may be in the way because that water filter is kind of tall. But now that we have this in here, I was just kind of guessing where I put all this stuff, so I can probably move that one somewhere else, or maybe like put them over here. I don't know, lots of options, but shelf. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay, we've got our little shelf built here. I made some little guides. I'm gonna run a strap over the top of it, but we went ahead and added this to make it a little bit more rigid. I put a thin piece of plywood back there to space it out from the wall. This here keeps it from sliding to the side, and that keeps it from sliding to the back. And we've got plenty of space here to grab the water tank. You can see our little plywood piece over there. So I'm going to grab the instructions, and apparently there's some sort of flushing process we need to do with this thing, so let's do that. And upon further inspection of this water tank, it actually has 2 sections in here. So I'm assuming one of those is going to be the return for the unused water, or water that needs to be disposed of. Let's fill this thing up. Let's see, do I have enough hands to do this? Okay, and then this goes on here. Okay, I think that's in place. I hear gurgling. So supposedly this thing can process 4 gallons per hour. Let's see, fill water tank, turn the system on. Always start with a new tank of water. Place a large container on the drip tray. Oh, does that mean it's going to start spraying water out of there? I hear a lot of gurgling and things going on. Okay, I quickly made a little flushing bucket to put there. Apparently, according to the directions, you don't want to plug it in when you're flushing. Anyways, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna let this do its thing. I'll come back and then let you know how it is. But yeah, I think this should work okay. I've got a bit of a mess I need to clean up in here now too. Oh yeah, look at that. So the filters are getting everything cleansed out of them. You can see that cloudiness in there. Interesting. Maybe that's, I think that's just air bubbles actually. Whatever. Now this is supposed to drain the internal reservoir, whatever. This is supposed to drain the internal tank, and I'm supposed to repeat this 3 to 5 times. Huh, well, I guess you gotta get all the particulates and stuff out of there. But anywho, water splashing noises. Well, I'm happy to have this thing. We got it mounted in here. I'm now gonna figure out where to move all these little baskets and stuff to. Oh, did I mention? So the reason I got this thing, I think I mentioned it before, but I'm basically getting tired of going to the grocery store and carrying around those bricks of like 38 water bottles or whatever it is. I don't know. There's somewhat like maybe $8 for a brick of them, which is basically free, but still have to go and move them around and carry them into the bus and blah, blah, whatever. I do have this well right out here, which is technically drinkable, but I need to filter everything because it smells funny. Anyways, this purchase is going to keep me from having to make dozens of trips to the grocery store and carry large, heavy things that are becoming increasingly difficult to do. So, anyways, I'll put a link to this thing down in the description below. Amazon associate link. I just got this thing. I have no idea how reliable it's going to be, but I'll keep you in the loop. Lighting. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I have no idea what's next. I think I'm going to clean up some stuff in here. And then... I don't know. Dang, there seems to be weather occurring out there. Yeesh. Just working on getting my spice racks installed. I think I have things reasonably organized back here now. We've got our hot sauce rack and some other stuff put up here. Little thing to hang straws and plasticware. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with this cord back here. Probably tie that off or something. This is certainly not the prettiest option to hold this thing in place, but like I said, I'm gonna be running a strap over the top, and this actually helps rigidize the thing a little bit. This thing actually holds a little bit over 2 gallons of water between the rear tank and the internal one, but seems to be functioning, so let's give it a try. We've got a cup with some ice here, and if plants crave it, so do I, so we need some electrolytes.
The Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
We're gonna put some of this orange colored stuff in here, assuming it'll come out. There we go. And then what do we want? 15 ounces of water. Yeah, look at that. Seems to be working. Ice cubes help for the mixing action there. Not the fastest thing in the world, but it's clean water, and I don't have to worry about going to the grocery store. Like, this whole area down here, I had set up for putting water bottles into, and that started... Okay, that's enough. And that started getting obnoxious, so I have more storage down here now. Yay! Oh, there's a Keurig down here. I forgot I had a single-serve Keurig. What else we got? Oh, the cold brewer! Forgot that was there. But anyways, yeah. I think you can hear it making noise now. It's like refiltering and UV sanitizing the tank, so let's see how this tastes. Granted, I put a bunch of chemicals in it, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh yeah, glorious. Well, I think we're gonna call that good for now. One more mod on the bus. I need to get the plywood and stuff going, and I mean, there's still a lot of stuff to do. We got the shower here. We need to build a wall around this, and then this whole area here is going to be kitchen sink. There's always more things to be done. We'll get it done eventually. You know, I was just thinking, it seems to be almost anywhere that I live, just about the time I get it set up is when I move. But the thing with this bus is, well, like I've said before, it serves three purposes. One, I needed a place to live right now, so that's what we're currently doing. And then two, if for some reason I have to move into another crappy apartment or something, this thing will be a backup living space in case I get kicked out or something weird happens. And three, once I get an appropriate place to live, preferably property that I own, this thing will become a road trip machine. Because, I don't know if you know, traveling in a wheelchair and trying to find accessible accommodations is a bit obnoxious. And this thing, capable of averaging around 10.5 miles to the gallon, isn't too bad. It's going to be cheaper to drive this most places than it will be to get hotels and worry about all that. So, thing makes weird noises. Well, anyways, batteries on the camera and the light and everything are dying, so I think it's time to wrap this up, dump all this footage on the computer, and call it a day. So, hopefully you enjoyed.